said, we're really tickled that you guys came out tonight to see this election be a successful one. Because again, the most important thing is that everyone here, clearly you care enough to go and vote, but to encourage others to go and vote. Because a county that is together in there getting out and voting makes for the best county overall. And we're really happy to see so many, well, I would say smiling, but kind of this face. So yeah, I'm glad to see faces. I'll go with that bare minimum. Like I said just a minute ago, what we're going to do is we're going to have in just a moment our commissioners come up, our candidates for commissioner, and our candidates for school board. And how that'll work is I'll say, okay, if you're here for a first district commissioner seat, you'll just come up kind of over to either side, whatever you want to do. Then our moderator will announce you to come up. You'll have 2 minutes to speak. Anybody speaking tonight, whether you're school board commissioner, I will be sitting right down there. You literally cannot miss me. I look like a boulder in a suit. So I'll have a sign that says 30 seconds left and time up. So just be aware of that. After that, we will probably have a moment or two break. Then after that, we'll have our sheriff's debate, which will operate in a little more specific way that Mr. Beeler will tell you about. Then after that, probably another 2-minute break. Then we'll have a mayoral debate, it's easy for me to say. And then we'll probably eat a lot of cookies and go home. So we are really glad that you guys are here. And if it's okay with everybody, I'm going to introduce our moderator now. You probably know him from working at the Independent Appeal. You may know him from working at the Daily Corinthian. You may know him for just being a sharp, classy dude. That's how I know him. It's Mr. Mark Beeler. And for all those who are here to speak, Mr. Beeler is the law. If he tells you stop speaking, stop speaking. Well, actually, that guy's the law. Back there, you're the law. But Mr. Beeler would be, I guess, the law in terms of speaking. So then, in that case, if anybody has any questions, feel free to see me. I'll be right down there again. But Mr. Beeler, if you want to come up and say a few words, then we'll get this going.
Hear a lot of words tonight, so I'm going to say very few. Thanks for coming out on behalf of the Independent Appeal and the Chamber of Commerce. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and showing their support for this election. It is an important election, and remember that it is August 2nd. This Friday, early voting starts. Remember, Friday the 13th is this day to get this process underway. I'd like to say, although writing and not speaking. I do want to say that although I've lived in Corinth since '98, I'm glad to be here. Glad to be a part of the December mayoral debate. That was a lot of fun. And I want y'all to know that I've got a vested interest here because I have 2 children that live here and 5 grandchildren. Rainier County residents. So I always like to mention that. I like to say that these debates started in the 80s with Mr. Rail. It's good to see that Janet and her crew are continuing these. What we're going to do now, I'm going to call these candidates up to say a few words, and we're going to go by the list. Another one signed in. We're going to start with 1st District Commissioners. And first up is Aubrey Harris. Come on up.
Like he said, I am Aubrey Harris, never expected to get to be up here and speak first tonight, but I'm here. I've been a county commissioner for the last 3.5 or so years. We do have a lot of issues in the county right now. A lot of stuff going on that I'd like to see changed. I'd like to be a part of that. And we have a lot of new commissioners coming on board, looks like. There's a lot of commissioners not seeking re-election. I do serve in the 1st District, but I feel like I try to look out for the whole county, not just the 1st District, and I try to keep everybody's best interest in mind. Thank you.
I did forget one thing. Turn off your electronic devices or be under wrath. Mine's turned off. Move on, Jackie Pickle.
My name is Jackie Bickle, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm running for county commissioner in the 1st District, likewise, along with Aubrey. My wife Erin and I have 5 kids we share together. We have 7 grandkids we share together. And we stay pretty busy, but that's not going to take away from the time that I'll give to you guys as commissioner. And I just hope you support me, and I'll be supporting you. And like I always said, I'm here to serve everybody, not just the 1st Commissioner or the 1st District. So thank you, and good luck to everybody.
David McCullard is not here, so we're going to move on to the 2nd District Commissioners, who are also not here. All right, Terry McCormick. Yep, come on up, Terry.
My name's Terry McCormick, born and raised in McNair County. This is the first office that I have officially ever attempted to run for. Live over in the Gilchrist community. My wife is Christy McCormick. She is daughter of the late Al and Chi-Chi Ward. My parents are Thomas and Katie McCormick. They're residents here in Selmer. Don't know a whole lot about what's going on in the political life. I just, except for the fact that I've heard there is a lot of unrest. Me and my brother-in-law have operated a business here in town for the last 15 years. And there's no time like the president to get involved politically. Like I said, I don't have any experience, but I do have experience running a business, dealing with people. And I think that I have a lot of good qualities that I can bring to the table, not only for my district, but for the whole county. Like I said, I live in Adamsville, but I operate a business here in Selmer. Doesn't matter to me what part of the county you're from, everybody's important. Thank you.
The other choices in the 2nd District are Jeff Lippert, Ryan Sisk, and Daniel Vandiver. We're going to move on to the 3rd District Commissioners. And it looks like all of them have decided to show. We're going to start with Anthony Carr, 3rd District Commissioners.
My name's Anthony Carr. I run for Commissioner in the 3rd District. My wife Vicky's here. We have 5 children, 2 grandchildren. They're on East Tennessee, but we've got a lot of problems in this county we need to address. Our long-term fire departments need to be addressed. We need to address our health care. We need some kind of urgent care. Our schools, we need school resource officers in our schools. We also need to work on the workforce development. And also our roads, Harvey Newton's done a good job, but we need to try to get some kind of plan and get them on some kind of schedule of being redone, but, you know, I've got a proven track record, being Fire Chief Selmer for the last 10 years with grants, reimbursements, and equipment, but I appreciate your all's vote. Thank you.
Pamela Carroll, come on up.
Hi, I'm Pamela Carroll. I'm married to Rex Carroll. He's the co-owner of Carroll Trucking. We live in the Purdy area. Anybody ever heard of it? We will celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary this July 31st, Lord willing. We never had any children of our own. The Lord never blessed us with any. But we have plenty of nieces and nephews to keep us busy. And we have one fur baby, and his name is Oakley. We're active members of 40 Forks Baptist Church, where we attend regularly, and I'm a true Christian. I put God first in everything. I'm the volunteer coordinator for McNairy and Hardeman counties for the Retired Senior and Volunteer Program. And I've worked there for the past 9.5 years, and I love my job. I really, truly love working with my seniors. I'm very active in several nonprofit local organizations, and I'm asking for your vote for commissioner in the 3rd District, and I will work for the whole entire county. Thank you.
Jimmy Hollingsworth.
My name is Jimmy Hollingsworth, and as you can tell, I'm not too good of a speaker, but I'm the son of Billy and Susan Hollingsworth of Lakewood. I have been employed with Monogram Refrigeration LLC here in Summer for the past 29 years, and as Mr. Carr said, it's time to move McNairy County forward and not backwards. I am running for 3rd District County Commissioner, and I appreciate your vote and support.
Thank you. It takes a lot of guts to get up here, and thanks for showing up. Ricky R. Athena.
I am Ricky Matheny, and my wife Vonda is right back in the back. She gave me some instructions, said be short and use correct grammar when you get up there. So I'm going to try to do that. I am running for commissioner along with 5 other people in the 3rd District. I've got a few issues that are always strong and close to my heart. One is industry, working with Eddie and the crew with the economic development and the Chamber of Commerce. I see that as an important issue. Jobs are certainly an important issue. Roads, Harvey Neal does a great job, but Lord, I don't know how he's going to cover the roads we have with the money that we're doing at this time, so we need to work on that. Education is always strong and close to my heart. Not only pre-K through 12, but also the UT Martin Center. We've got to keep improvement in that area. Safety is another issue that it comes through, the public safety, not only in schools, but the safety itself throughout the county. And technology is another area that I'm really looking at. We're really behind in this area and trying to keep technology up on the up front. And that's one of those things that I hope to work for, looking for improvement for all those areas. Appreciate any influence and the vote for County Commissioner in 3rd District. Thanks.
The next person, I looked up and tried to pronounce this one right for somebody that has had his name butchered his entire life. George T. Raisin. All right. California down as a reminder.
In the 50 years or so that I've worked in a lot of different jobs: steel plant, shipyards, maintenance in Pinellas County, Florida, long haul truck driver, and in almost all of those jobs I was a crew leader. Being a crew leader, I was involved in budgets, scheduling, getting jobs done on time, dealing with people. And at the end of my life, which is now, I came to Enville, and for 20 years now, I've had a farm, cows and goats, a couple hundred goats I actually had. So I think this uniquely qualifies me for this position. You see my yard signs. Now you see this pretty face to go with it. My name is George Raisin. I'm running for County Commissioner in 3rd District. I would appreciate your vote. Thank you very much.
All right, Frederick Yarbrough. Another pretty face.
My name is Frederick Yarbrough. I'm running for 3rd District County Commissioner. I'm not one for being up in front of folks saying a lot, but get me one-on-one and I'll talk your ears off. If you got any questions you'd like to ask me, catch me one-on-one, I'll try to answer them. If I can't answer them, I'll find somebody that can, because I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know the answer, because if I don't know the answer, I'm going to find somebody that does. This is not my first time running, because I don't believe in giving up. I'll keep trying and trying till you get tired of seeing me on there, and maybe you'll vote for me. I appreciate your vote, your support, and thank you.
We're going to move on to the 4th District Commissioner. And first up is Sybil Dancer.
Most of you know me. I'm Sybil Dancer. I've lived in McNair County since 1983. I moved here with my parents, James and Joyce Dunaway, and started my own dance school. So I'm not new to business in McNair County. I've been here for many, many years, but I know that we need more business. I'm running for County Commissioner in the 4th District, and I'm here to tell you that I will represent you. I will be there to work and do anything that we can to bring more businesses, to get the problems that we have in our county, not just for my district, but for the county. If you know my track record, I worked for the city for 20 years. I have gotten many, many, many grants. Over $1 million we brought into Parks and Recreation and to better our city. And I would work that hard also for the county. Also, I would like for you to know that, you know, education and our fire department, they are number 1 and 2 things on my priority, because we've got to have safety in our counties, and our fire departments are behind, so we need to work on that. Our education, our children are our future, and I know that number 1 from working with Parks and Recreation and working with the city over the years. So I appreciate your vote. 4th District County Commissioner. Thank you.
Brett Hill. Come on down. Next debate, we're going to make all the candidates sit on the front row. That's a long walk.
My name is Brett Hill. I graduated from McNair Central in 1984, and I went off to the Army. Like many of our young folks do, it seems, once you leave, you don't come back for a while. And I was in Texas for 26 years, moved to East Tennessee for a year, then I ended up moving back here in 2015. And it was the first time I think that I'd been back long enough to kind of get a real look at what's going on in McNair County. And I was a little happy to be home. I was happy to see people that I haven't seen in a long time. But I was dismayed by some of the language that people were using about McNair County. We don't have enough people to support industry here. We don't have enough workers. We don't have enough skilled workers. We don't have this sort of things, what I kept hearing from people. And I was shocked. When I left here in 1984, somebody from McNair County that went to another place to work was sought after. We need to get back to it. We need to start building our industry base here, and we need to do it in many different ways. And one of them I'd like to see happen is workforce development. Starting in our high schools. Eddie's done a good job going out and getting some of the local industry to come in our high schools and start putting in programs to get our young people trained up to go to work when they graduate. I just got told I had 30 seconds. So it's rambling. So anyway, I'll keep it short. Find me, talk to me. We need to get our education system back from where it's at now, from tier 3 up to tier 1. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see more emphasis put on our kids coming out of our high schools and coming back to McNair County. Thank you.
And then thank you for your service too, Mr. Hill. The others in the 4th District are Tammy Dillon, Keith Jernigan, and Jay Whittiford. We're going to move on to the 5th District. My home for many years. We're going to start, the man on the front row. 5th District Commissioner, first up is Philip Hollingsworth.
Yes, I'm running for 5th District Commissioner. My platform is basically this. I'm sort of tired of being tired. McNair County can do better. I'm a goal-oriented, get it done, visionary, and any endeavor I've ever taken on, I've always tried to make things better. No matter how I started, I always want to make things better. And I truly believe there is talent, there's resources, and there's opportunity in McNair County. I want to be part of a commission, of a movement that makes things better for McNair County. I can promise you that I'll attend the county commission meetings. I think that's a mandate that ought to be unspoken. I think that you ought to understand that when you get there, you need to support and work with the team that you've got. And number 3, I won't vote, I won't do anything unless I have knowledge and full understanding of what the impact's going to be to McNair County. I'm ready to move. I want to be part of that. I ask you to vote for me as 5th District Commissioner, and we'll move this thing forward. Thank you.
Russell Engel. Thanks for mentioning attendance. Notice where the commission voted on the budget and 7 weren't there. You know, you kind of need to be at these meetings if you're going to run, be elected.
Again, my name is Russell Engel. I'm running for Commissioner in the 5th District. It's hard to get everything you'd like to say in a minute, but what I will say is this. Got 2 minutes? Well, great, man. We can do this all night. I have been served. Number one, I grew up here all my life, other than when I went to college. But I've been here my whole life, and you hear a lot of things. Some of it's true, some of it's very untrue. And in the last 20 years, I've had the opportunity to serve in a number of capacities, a number of community-based boards, worked here at the Chamber for a number of years. I've got a soft spot for this organization. And what I want to do as Commissioner is I want to be sure that we're giving the people that we have in place the tools that they need to succeed. And again, that could be a long list of things to talk about. But with Eddie and Katie and Jessica, we've got them sitting on a wall. And we need to be sure as a county commission that we support them and give them the tools that they need to go out. When we talk jobs, workforce development, economic development, all that stuff, we have to empower the people we've got. I'm not saying we haven't done that, but what I'm saying is this. I've likened it to this for years. It's hard to ask a car salesman to sell cars if you don't have any cars to sell. We need to be sure that we give them the tools and the assets that they need to do their job and do it well. And we need to support them in it. The other thing I want to do is this. There seems to be a lack of communication a lot of times. As a commission, I think we need to always communicate to the people in our districts, to the people county, what we're doing and why we're doing it. I think sometimes one of the reasons we have unrest and distrust and misinformation is because we don't communicate well. And if we can communicate well, we can move forward and we can get things done. So we need to be sure that we do those things and do them well and do them with the right intentions. So with that said, if you're in the 5th District, I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Jimmy Ray.
Good evening. I'd like to take a few seconds and introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. My name is Jimmy Ray. Live in McMahon Road, have been for the last 10 years, and have been a resident of McNair County my whole life. Have a wonderful wife, Stephanie, been married to her for 26 years. We have one daughter, Allie. She is currently trying to finish up her degree at UT Martin. She graduated McNair Central in 2016. We have deep roots in this county. This is my first delve into politics. Now, if I had to boil it down to one statement in under 2 minutes, that why I'm seeking this office is, I refuse to believe we are as good as we can be. I have heard the many problems that we have, and that's true. I'm not discounting that at all. We have many, many problems, but who doesn't? We have to look and see what we have going on right in this county and capitalize on that. I coached the McNair Central girls softball team. Seen some success with that, or health coach, I should say, assistant coach. But one thing I tell the girls all the time, and I believe it, if you look for an excuse as to why you're not good at something, you'll find it. So accepting excuses will be the exact enemy of excellence. And I think that's what we are. We see a lot of reasons why we can't be as good as we want to be, but we don't focus on the reasons that we can be as good as we want to be. That's the vision I want to bring to this county commission and help change the vision for this county so that we can achieve things that we before thought was unattainable. So I appreciate your vote, I appreciate your support, and appreciate your time.
We'll move on to the 6th District Commissioner. First up is Carrie Brown. I would like to thank each of you for being here tonight. I would like to thank the McNair County Chamber of Independent Appeal for giving us this opportunity to speak here tonight. My name is Carrie Brown. I've been married for 18 years to my wife, Beth. We have 2 children, Michaela, 13, and Casey, 11. I am seeking the office of County Commissioner for the 6th District. About our ideas, the Independent Appeal mailed out a questionnaire a few weeks back to each commissioner. I think it will be published in this week's edition, so I encourage each of you to get the paper and see each idea that each candidate has. I do humbly ask that you would consider me to be one of your 3 representatives to represent you in the 6th District. Thank you. Michelle Kentz.
Good
Good evening. My name is Michelle Kent, and I'm running for 6th District Commissioner. Tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated from the University of Memphis with a degree in education. I then attended Freed-Hardeman University, where I have a degree in administration. And then I went back again, because I'm a glutton for punishment, to Delta State University, and I have an ed specialist degree. So saying all that, I have taught in McNairy County for 20 years, getting my 20th year. I'm the daughter of James and Nina Kent, who are here, and I have one son, Rhett, who is 11, and he is also doubling as my campaign manager. Molly's here, but the other day we were in town, and he saw all the Miss Molly's signs, and he told me I need to step my game up. That Miss Molly had more signs than I did. So he's on this. Couple things, just so you know. I have been attending the county commission meetings. We do have a lot of issues that need addressed, and I'm not scared to step up and do those. I also think that we have a lot of great things that we need to really concentrate on and bring those out. One thing is the fact that Highway 45 and 64 cross. I think that ought to be a huge drawing point for industry. So, having said that, the issues that we have are going to need money. So my number one focus is the industry that we need to bring to McNairy County. My name is Michelle Kent, and I'm in the 6th District. Thank you.
Michelle, you got a text you might want to answer. I didn't read it. Gary Lifford.
It said I had 30 seconds.
Got one of these electronic devices?
Hello, my name is Gary Lipford, and I have been a lifetime resident here in McNairy County. Born and grew up in Lakewood and been here in Selma 40 years. I have communicated with a lot of people. I've worked with a lot of different people. I've worked with the County Highway Department for 8 years, and I have just retired. So, one of my big reasons that I feel like I wanted to run for this office is because I've got a whole lot more time now than I've ever had. And of course, the next step, to work for the county, I was afraid I was going to have to root Harvey out, so I just don't want to do that. So I do see the reason. I've learned a lot from his office and a lot of other offices, And I know the highway department, it does need a lot more money towards they, people complain about the roads, and everybody don't complain about the roads. You just have to get the good ones first and leave the bad ones for last. But I am married to Miss Jenny Sue Sweat Bifford. I have 2 kids, 4 grandkids, and my 2 sons are in business here in Selma. And I would just like to move forward. I know the last 4 years the county commissioners had a tough time. And I see that, and I would like to see that let's go forward with that if elected. And I will promise you that I'll be there at every Monday night meeting of the county commission, which has not happened in the last 4 years. I don't know, it's just where like the old saying is, when the going gets tough, the tough is supposed to get going, and that just has not happened in the last 4 years. I just hope things will get better, and that's as far as I'm going to go with that. So, thank y'all.
Nikki Moore.
I'm Nikki Moore. I'm running for 6th District County Commissioner. I have been married to Jennifer McCormick for 24 years. Terry McCormick together first. earlier. That's my brother-in-law. We've been in business for 15 years here in the county. And I've got 5 kids from 22 to 5, so I have a vested interest in the county. I want to see my kids be able to get a job here and not have to leave to go somewhere else to get a job and provide for themselves. And at this point in our community, there's really not anything for them to stay here and do. I just want to see us have a vision of where we're going, how we're going to get there. Right now, it seems like we have no vision of, where we're going to be in 5 years. What are we going to do to get there? I sit and I watch, I have this app on my phone where I can look and see who owns property and who owns different things. And, I just want us to be a better steward of the money that we're taking from the community. What do we do with the money to make it long-term success for the county, not just something that's going to be a 6-month project or something that's going to last for a year, something that's going to be a long-term impact on, not only my kids, but my grandkids someday. What are we doing to see our community be better for the future, not just for today? It seems like all we do is look at, the next 6 months, but what are we doing to establish a future for our community? Again, I'm running for 6th District Commissioner.
Richard Ash is not here, so we're going to move on.
Go ahead.
Second District Commissioner is here, a candidate, Daniel Vandiver. You want to say a few words? You come on up. You good? Okay. Thanks for coming out. And Richard Ash is not here, 6th District. I'm going to move on to the 7th. Where is he? All right. I'm here to go on. Okay, come on up.
No, I'm good.
You're just not on my list here, sorry. Last chance. My name's Richard Ash, and I'm running for 6th District Commissioner. I don't remember my wife's name, I don't remember my kids either. I appreciate you coming. 7th District Commissioner, and according to this, Brad Hunt is here. Come on up, Brad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brad Hunt, running as 7th District Commissioner. Born and raised in McNairy County. I did have the opportunity to leave McNairy County with my education, which led to a career of teaching high school ag for 5 years. My wife is also born and raised in McNairy County. We've been married 24 years. Ms. Jennifer Hunt is employed through the school district as supervisor of special education. We have 2 children. We're both raised in McNairy County. I do have a vested interest in McNairy County because I was born and raised here. I have farmed and have been a business owner for the last 12 years in McNairy County. I have seen things change through the county that, in my short lifetime, that are disheartening. One thing is the industry leaving the county. One thing is the different things that we see amongst the workforce, or the lack of the workforce that we have here. Those are things that need to be addressed. As a county commissioner, I promise you I will support conservative ideas, but I also am very interested in a non-partisan political party situation in the county commission. I feel that the political parties and political ties with the parties oftentimes allow us to overlook great ideas simply because a person has a D or an R beside their name. That's why I run it as independent. But I do appreciate the opportunity to serve as county commission. I do appreciate the opportunity to run. If you'd like to talk to me, please feel free to contact me. Come see me. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate the opportunity to speak to you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. According to my list, Steve Sweat is not here. Going once, going twice. We're going to move on to school board, and according to this list, 2nd District is represented. The candidates are Frank Lacey and David Lechner. They haven't come in on me, have they? We're going to move on to 3rd District School Board, and I know Tony Chapman is one of them. 3rd District School Board.
My name is Tony Chapman. I'm a candidate for the 3rd District School Board of McNairy County. And I just lost my picture. Anyway, I'm a lifelong resident of McNairy County. I've been married to Wanda Hendricks Chapman, who is a retired teacher in our system for 45 years. Come November, I have 2 children who are products of the McNairy County school system, Autumn Riley and J.T. Chapman. And I have 12 years of experience on the McNairy County Board of Education. I think it uniquely qualifies me to return to there and to right away make a start in continuing to do the priorities that I have for the school system. I have a BS degree from the University of Tennessee at Martin in communications. I have a master's degree from Union University in business administration. I also have 5 years experience of the Hardin County Board of Education as a federal programs coordinator. And some of the priorities that I have for the school system is to make sure that we have security in our schools, also to make sure that our testing is done on the basis of proven tests and not what we have right now. And I would appreciate the folks of the 3rd District voting for me, and I appreciate anybody else in the county that can to influence the vote to vote for me. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. Justin Hawkins.
My name is Justin Hawkins, and I'm running for the school board in the 3rd District. I'm 29 years old, and I've been married for 7 years to my wife, Molly, and I have a son, Liam, who's 4, and my daughter, Rosalie, is 2, and they'll both be attending summer schools. And I attended summer school, kindergarten through 8th grade, and I graduated from Gateway Christian School, 9th through 12th, to work at my family's business, where I'm proud to be a part owner of today. I'm a member of First Baptist Church in Selma, where I'm active always, and I'm the chairman of the Children's Committee, and my wife is a member of the Child Development Committee. I'd like for everybody to remember that I might not have graduated from here, but I'm not running for this position for me. I'm running for it for my kids and every other kid in this district and every district. I'm running because I'm a concerned parent, and I want to see the safest campuses and the highest level of education possible for every student and employee for in this school system. I'm ready and eager to learn, and I want to give back to the schools and the community and every person that invested in me and still invests in me and my children. I'm in construction for a living, and I've talked with most all the board members, and I'm friends with most all of them, and I'm excited to maybe get to work on the building program. And I'll always work hard for the community and be quick to listen and unbiased always. And I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all's votes that came vote for me. And I look forward to hopefully getting to serve the community. Thank you.
Moving on to the 5th District School Board, and Tyler Jernigan, Gerald Stanfield are the candidates. Over there, not here. Just checking. 6th District School Board, Holly Knight. Uh-oh, electronic device.
Hello, my name is Holly Knight. I'm running for school board in the 6th District. I've lived in McNair County all my life, and if anybody probably knows me, they know I was the director at the Senior Center for 22 years. And now I work in case management still with the senior adults. I love my community, and I'm running for this position because I think I have a lot to offer. I have 4 grandchildren, and I actually asked one of my grandkids, this is no new to me, okay? I'm telling you, this is stressful, okay? Campaigning is stressful. So I asked my grandson, I said, well, what do you think I should say? And he said, make schools great again. I'm like, I think that's already been taken. But I'm like, hey, he's got a point. I will work hard for our kids in our community, and I would appreciate your vote.
Molly Moore.
That's a long walk. I'm used to speaking to my boys who listen to everything that I say. And you guys are like it's not like teaching 5th grade or 4th grade because you're a little bit bigger. You're paying attention to me. I'll give you my background. Look, I've jotted it down. I said I would be brief, but my husband's sitting back there and he's saying, yes, she will not be brief. But I will. So, let me go through my background real quickly. I'm married to Trey Moore, and I have 2 boys, Jack and Spencer, and they're sitting back there and they're hungry and they're a little unsettled right now. My mom is Sue Chambers and my dad is Robert Chambers. And I was a school teacher. Let me just get that out there. I always say I have a previous life, and that was when I had no children. So I taught school for about 8 years. And then after that, I went home, raised my boys, and then I went to work for my husband. So, with that being said, you can do anything if you can work for your husband and your father-in-law. So, basically, let me say, I have a lot of experience on the education side, but I also have experience on the business side. I'm now a realtor, and I have rent houses and a few things like that. Is my time more? Okay, sorry. I have things like that going. So I've said before, I can fix a toilet or I can check Ricky's grammar, because when you said that, I thought, ask my husband and my daddy. I'm constantly trying not to correct their grammar. But that's my background, and that's where I come from. And I think we have awesome schools. And I'm hesitant to be negative because I have been in the classroom, and I know how awesome our teachers are, and I know how hard that they work. But I'm a mama, so I get that side. I have one that is supposed to be finished with his first book of 2 that he has to finish before the end of summer. So I have stuff like that I get it, where parents are overwhelmed. Parents have a lot of worries. We have a lot of fears. We have safety fears. Somebody mentioned that. Every day during the school year when I get up, because the accidents that happen, the terrible tragedies that we have had are always early morning, typically in the early morning of when school starts. And so I wake up and I think, I say a little prayer and hope the day goes well. We have fears. We have security issues. We're a rural county. There are many rural counties just like us, though, across the state. So we have some of the same problems that other rural counties have. But I do think that, my time's up, but I do think that working together as a board, in unity, I think that's something that I look forward to if elected. And I really would appreciate your vote.
You did roll over, but I was scared to take the microphone from you. Beware a woman that writes notes on her hand. Come on.
There was no way I was stopping her either. I will say, just again, if there's anyone that we happen to miss, anyone who wants an opportunity to speak that has not yet, please feel free to come see me at the table or just during our break, and we'll allot you a strict 2 minutes, as is our custom. And we will give you a tardy, yes, in keeping with school board. But either way, we are going to take just maybe 2.5 minutes.